John D. Rockefeller was born in 1839 in New York, the second of 6 children in a modest family. From a young age, he showed an interest in business and money-making. At the age of 16, he began working as an assistant bookkeeper at a produce commission firm in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the start of his journey to becoming one of the wealthiest men in America, if not the world. This is World O'Clock, bringing you interesting stories of businesses throughout history. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. It would be much appreciated. Rockefeller's first major business venture was in the oil industry. In 1863, he and a partner founded a small oil refinery in Cleveland. This refinery quickly became one of the most successful in the area, and Rockefeller began to expand his operations. He formed a partnership with a group of investors, which eventually became the Standard Oil Company. What set Rockefeller apart from his competitors was his ability to think strategically and make smart business decisions. He saw the potential for growth in the oil industry and was able to capitalize on it by acquiring competing refineries, pipelines, and transportation companies. By 1872, Standard Oil controlled nearly 90% of the oil refining in the United States. This near monopoly allowed Rockefeller to control the prices of oil and make a fortune. They also employed sneaky tactics such as price fixing and bribing railroad workers to give them an advantage over their competitors. They were the ultimate corporate bullies, using their wealth and power to crush anyone who dared to stand in their way. But Rockefeller wasn't just a savvy businessman, he was also a master of efficiency. He implemented cost-saving measures such as using new technologies and building large refineries that could process more oil at a lower cost. This allowed him to offer oil at a cheaper price than his competitors, further increasing his market share. As Standard Oil grew, so did Rockefeller's wealth. By the turn of the 20th century, he was the richest man in America, with a fortune estimated at over $1 billion, equivalent to over 10 trillion in today's dollars adjusted for inflation. It is said that if he were alive today, he would be the world's richest man. But despite his immense wealth, Rockefeller was known for his frugality. He lived a simple and modest lifestyle, and he was known to be a very hard worker. He was also a philanthropist, giving away millions of dollars to various causes such as education, medicine, and public health. Rockefeller's business dealings and strategic thinking, coupled with his frugality and philanthropy, made him a true American success story. He went from being a poor boy from a modest family to becoming the wealthiest man in America, and in the process he helped to shape the American economy and improve the lives of countless people. However, his business practices were not always ethical. He was known to engage in anti-competitive behavior and price fixing. He has been criticized for using his wealth and influence to crush small businesses, and Standard Oil's reign of terror didn't go unnoticed. The government, fed up with their monopolistic practices, decided to take action. In 1911, the Supreme Court declared Standard Oil a monopolistic trust and ordered the company to be broken up into 34 separate entities. But even in defeat, Standard Oil still managed to come out on top. The majority of the newly formed companies were controlled by the same group of investors, and they continued to dominate the oil industry. Despite these criticisms, John D. Rockefeller's legacy as a pioneer of the American oil industry remains intact. Despite the controversies surrounding his business practices, Rockefeller's wealth allowed him to leave a lasting impact on society through his philanthropy. He established institutions such as the University of Chicago and the Rockefeller Foundation, which continue to make a difference in the world today. The Foundation's work in areas such as public health and education has helped to improve the lives of millions of people around the world. Rockefeller's philanthropy was not limited to the institutions he established. He also gave generously to other causes such as disaster relief and scientific research. He believed in using his wealth to make a positive impact on society, and his generosity has been felt by many. In addition to his philanthropy, Rockefeller was also an advocate for progressive causes. He supported the abolition of slavery and advocated for better working conditions for labourers. He also supported women's rights and advocated for the women's right to vote. He was a true believer in social justice and equality, and his actions matched his words. John D. Rockefeller's rise to wealth and success serves as a reminder that with hard work, strategic thinking, and a bit of good luck, anyone can achieve their dreams. He started from humble beginnings, but through hard work and determination, he was able to build one of the most successful and profitable companies in American history. However, his story is not without its controversies, as his business practices were not always ethical, and he faced criticism for using his wealth and influence to crush small businesses. Despite these controversies, it is important to note the positive impact that Rockefeller had on society through his philanthropy. In the end, John D. Rockefeller's story is a reminder of the complex nature of success and wealth. He was a visionary businessman and a generous philanthropist, but his actions also had negative consequences for many. It is up to us to learn from his story and strive for a balance between achieving our own success and being mindful of the impact that our actions have on society. And one more thing, if you are to become a billionaire, remember to carry a little notebook and note down every single penny you spend. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe and consider donating to the channel so I can keep improving the quality of these videos. That's all for now. Until next time.